Here are the 10 cannots by Abraham Lincoln that are not by Abraham Lincoln. You cannot bring about prosperity by discouraging thrift. You cannot help small men by tearing down big men. You cannot strengthen the weak by weakening the strong. You cannot lift the wage earner by pulling down the wage payer. You cannot help the poor man by destroying the rich. You cannot keep out of trouble by spending more than your income. You cannot further the brotherhood of man by inciting class hatred. You cannot establish security on borrowed money. You cannot build character and courage by taking away men's initiative and independence. And you cannot help men permanently by doing for them what they could and should do for themselves. Abraham Lincoln never said these things. Now, he may have believed them, but as they are circulated and sent around the country, Abraham Lincoln never said it. And you may wonder why I'm spending some time on this. It's because you ought to see my mail. I get these things every day from people who think they've struck gold, and it's a desire here to correct people in their mistake. The actual author of these 10 cannots is the Reverend William John Henry Boetcker, B-O-E-T-C-K-E-R. He was a minister from Erie, Pennsylvania. He was born in 1873, ordained as a minister in Brooklyn, and became a lecturer and pamphleteer in his life. He first printed these 10 cannots in 1916 in a leaflet entitled Lincoln on Private Property. Now, originally on one side of the leaflet published by Reverend Boetcker, there were some words by Lincoln, but not these. The other side of the pamphlet had these 10 cannots by Mr. Boetcker. The whole pamphlet was republished in 1917, 1938, and 1945 by the Inside Publishing Company, which Mr. Boetcker controlled. An organization called the Committee for Constitutional Government distributed the leaflet, printing the maxims under Lincoln's byline with the notation inspiration of William J.H. Boetcker. And then as time went on, the reference to Boetcker was dropped so that the only name that appeared on the pamphlet, both sides, was Lincoln's. But just so you know, Lincoln did not write these things. Now, that does not mean that these things are irrelevant or invalid. They are quite obviously full of common sense, and they are words to live by and all that. But say them yourself. I mean, you've got your own version of these things that you govern your own life with. You don't have to credit Lincoln. Credit Reverend William John Henry Boetcker if you want to, but spread the word, will you, so that the truth on this gets out and people won't have to think they've stumbled onto something fabulous and fascinating when it's not true.